I hope you guys are ready because today is gonna be a very special day as we're gonna be unboxing all of this Precision Series stuff that you see right in front of you, and that includes Guido and Luigi, Cars 3 Mack, Red, Doc Hudson, and Lizzie's Radiator Springs Curios building. So of course we got a couple singles, couple deluxe, and the big building. It's gonna be great. This stuff just looks fantastic. And as you guys know, my slogan is better late than never. Most of this stuff has been out for quite some time now. Lizzie's being the most recent. Hers was released a couple months ago. However, Doc over here, 2.5 years ago, even probably more than that by now, he was released. But better late than never, right guys? So we're gonna dive right in here, unbox it all, and then take some quick looks at them. I don't have time to review them all individually because, I mean, that would take a long time. We got 5 different things here. So we're just going to pack it all into one video, you know, just kind of, I don't know, speed review. I don't want to say speed review like we're rushing through it, but I'd say it's kind of cool to have everything all at once. Have a faster pace, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So how are you guys doing? I'm recording this on Saturday, December 1st. The video will come out maybe Sunday, I'm not entirely sure. I already have my video done for today. Metallic Maryland and Mario Andretti, but you guys already know that because this is from the future. But the time I'm recording this, that video is yet to come out. Some nice arts and information on the back of these packagings. Now this right here is the first Cars 3 item that, I mean, you can count the fabulous Lightning McQueen, but this is really the first Cars 3 item that Mattel has released to the public, since Fabulous McQueen was only available through that Kmart promotion, and I'll put the link to that review in the description below. This is also one that they don't have a background for. They didn't put the Radiator Springs background there, which is a little unfortunate, but it's no big deal. These are all adult collectors, as I'm sure you guys know. Before we start talking about the building, just want to mention I got these mini racers in the mail today. I was so excited about them, I had to put them in the video. If you guys saw my last mini racers video, you guys know these are the last 3 I needed. Thomasville Cruz, Metallic Ramon. Looks gorgeous. I love me some metallic goodies. And one of my personal favorite mini racers of all time so far, the King. Although I don't know what happened to his spoiler. Looks like someone sat on it. But still, very nice to have. And they'll be going in my display. Here we go with the building here. Now you guys know, I'm not a big fan of reviewing Precision Series stuff. For the sole fact of all the reflections. Don't want any unnecessary premature face reveals, but there's the description for Lizzie's up there. We got some really nice art. On this side, just a blank face. And I'll be right back with all this opened up. No time lapse because this stuff takes it'll probably take me like a half an hour to open all this stuff just because of all the screws and all the just really nasty stuff that they put in here to make it pretty much bulletproof. So I'll see you guys in a half an hour. Alright, finally. That took forever to open up. I think it took just over an hour, which is way longer than I predicted. And it all looks really good. But I'm sorry guys, I have to go on a bit of a rant here. But let me quickly tell you what resources and materials you will need to open this stuff up. So surprisingly, you don't really need a screwdriver. I mean, you may need it here and there, but you will mostly need a chainsaw to cut off the screws from the bases because the screws don't really turn. They're really cheap, and 50% of the time the screws actually break in half, leaving the screw head in the plastic of the base of the Precision Series packaging and leaving the barrel of it still in the car. So I need to get out my chainsaw and take that one out. Now for stuff that just doesn't turn but it doesn't break as well, then you'll need pliers for that. You'll also need a riot shield for the sparks that come out as you're grinding away at the metal. So make sure you bring that. Bring some tear gas just in case. And also I would recommend a crowbar, hammer, and pretty much anything you can find in your garage that is heavy duty. So yeah, make sure you have all that stuff, guys, and just have patience as well, because if you don't, you will lose your mind. There it is. Mattel, what are you doing with this series? This series is far from precision. It is trash. Out of all the stuff I opened up, I'd say Lizzie's was good. Doc was pretty bad. The latch that keeps the license plate in required the pliers and the hammer. Red here had one of those screws that was just dug in there and would not turn. I needed my riot shield for the sparks. I'm not even kidding. Sparks were flying while I was trying to ply out the screws. And yep, Luigi here, the screw literally broke. So the head is still in the plastic base of the packaging. And like, how are you supposed to get this out? Like, even if you put the pliers in there, you're still gonna ruin the plastic here, and you might even scrape the metal. I'm sorry, guys. I try and stay positive, but when Mattel screws up this badly with all of this stuff, it is just majorly disappointing, because this stuff is expensive. I expect a quality product, but this stuff is just not worth the price they're selling it for, especially when you take so much time just to get it out of the package. It's terrible. So we're gonna actually try and put this all behind us and just look at the cars for what they are. Let's start here with Mack, because I didn't have any problems getting him out of the package. Here is his license plate. Only problem is with him, they put the Cars 1 artwork on the back there, even though they put the Cars 3 artwork on the packaging. A little inconsistent, but oh well. Here is the diecast, or the regular Cars 3 Mack Semi. There is a variant that has the black eyelids, which would put him closer to what the Precision Series 1 looks like. You can't attach any trailers to him. The hauler connectors just don't work like that, but it does look a little bit more realistic to how it would in real life. I also like the additional hood ornament right there. And the rubber tires, of course, are very, very nicely done. So he's probably my favorite out of the bunch, just because of the fact that he was easy to get out of the package. Here is Doc Hudson. I had no problems getting Doc himself out of the package, but it was the license plate that just would not come out at all. I do like the treads on his rubber tires, though. They look pretty sweet. And of course, he has an opening hood as well. Very nicely detailed in there. And in comparison to the regular diecast, here you go. This is one that received a major improvement, at least in my opinion. He's got the license plate, he's got the ornaments there on the back. The tires and the rims look way cooler. You can see a little blue in there, a little text on the white walls. Just looks fantastic. Moving on now to Red, who actually, I think Red might be my favorite, maybe, but just the fact that it took so long to get him out of the package kind of foils it, or is that the word? Kind of soils it, I guess. Tarnishes it. But he still looks really cool. He's got a nice chrome bumper. Of course, the ladder moves up and down and extends outward, so that's pretty cool. It doesn't really have much swivel motion, though. At least I don't think it does. This does, though, the hose. He has this added yellow trim that he's never had before, as you could see on the regular diecast there. Nice chrome work, although I think this back portion is still plastic. He doesn't feel any heavier than the normal Red. License plate smaller, some added light details in there. The red is more vibrant as well, and the expression looks way better. This expression just looks a little flat, if you ask me. Alright, let's put him aside now. Moving on to Luigi and Guido. So here's Guido. He's got a smiling expression there with the gun. And they actually show like how it goes on him. It's not just like stuck on him. There's like a little handle there. And he does have rubber tires even though they're super small. Compared to the previous Luigi or Guido from the Precision series that came with the building. I have to say I prefer this one on the left because of the moving forks. I think that's an awesome feature. Whoa, let's get that sign back. Anyway, here's just the regular Guido. This is one that, again, didn't really change too much because it's already so small. There's not too many things to improve upon him. Oops, I put him in the wrong spot. The tires also kind of confused me that come with the single. They are screwed in there, which I thought that's a little overboard, but they just look a little weird. They just kind of are raw on the back side because of where the screws are. You can see how kind of just dirty it looks. But at least, you know, from this side, they look pretty nice. Moving on to Luigi. Now, I would like Luigi a lot if the screw didn't break and leave that nasty looking thing in there. But this is a cool feature that the back little hatch comes down. You can see inside to his engine there, which is probably one of the most detailed engines we've seen yet, especially since the, you know, region is so small in there. It's hard to really get in there. His expression is pretty much the same as the Precision Series Luigi that came with the building, but he doesn't have the lights that work, which is okay. I mean, they always kind of exchange it for something else, and in this case, it is the hatch in the back here. And it does go up and down pretty easily. Rubber tires, of course, on both of them, even though the rims look a little different, actually. And their license plate was just Luigi's, because Guido doesn't really have one. And those are, of course, the coordinates to a Ferrari factory. 44.5, 10.8. Let's go, guys. Let's go find that factory. Now moving on to Lizzie here. So the Precision Series Lizzie is actually quite a bit bigger than the previous, you know, just the regular diecast of Lizzie. Not sure if that's accurate to the movie. I hope it is. But she lights up there. Nothing in the back, just the front, which is okay. Those are some pretty powerful lights, though, I have to say. Nice. The expression is pretty cool as well. I like the... Whoa, we got a little bit of an issue right here. Another issue. The tread is off the rim. Let's see if I can get it back on. I was just about to compliment the treads because they're really nice looking. Oh, perfect. There we go. Got it back on. All good, guys. Oh. All good. Now we're all good. So those look nice. On the back here you have the license plate, Model T 1923. I'm surprised they made it yellow instead of black. Kind of an interesting change there. And I have to say the black paint on her just also makes her look really old. Like, I don't want to say older, but more accurate to what a Model T would look like. It's kind of like that flat, oily looking black. Whereas this is more of like just a matte finish. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you really need to see her in person. Now, before we jump into Lizzie's shop right here, well, we actually can't jump in because this is one of the, I think it is the first building that doesn't have an interior. You can't open the cozy cone, but you can look inside and see the interior work. But for Lizzie's here, you actually can't go inside. Like, you can even see it doesn't even look like a door right there, which is just very strange to me. But the outside's kind of nice. The only problem that I don't really care for is this huge black box right here for the blinker light. It is just so obnoxious. And the yellow for the plastic here just looks really cheap. Not a huge fan of it. You are like given this little piece here to put this pole in. But if you have Ramones there, you can actually attach this here to the top of that pole over there. And then kind of recreate how it is in the movie. Even though like they're diagonal in the movie, like kitty corner. But if you do that with this, it actually kind of just makes a weird effect and bends it. So I would recommend having them just, you know, face to face if you set it up like that. Even though that would make it inaccurate to the movie. But the rest of the decals or details are pretty nice. I will just kind of briefly show it here. Because, I mean, like I said, I don't really want to be promoting this stuff. I mean, it's nice, but this stuff's expensive. Like, $120 about for this building right here. And you don't even get to look inside. Like, come on. That's the first time Mattel has cheaped out on us like that. These little gas pumps do kind of move though. That's kind of nice. I mean, it's nicely detailed with all the signs and everything, but they could have definitely done a better job. So here is Lizzie's from the back side. I really like this kind of little cubby here. I never knew about it, that there was like an indentation here before you actually enter from this side, but of course you can't actually enter. Then there's this little thing here where it says, "We're here, we're open," but that's kind of a lie because you're not open. And then you got a bunch of cool hubcaps up there. Some cacti. We got, looks like a wheel right there. On the back, they give you like all this extra space here, which I actually really do like. You know, it makes it feel more like an open town, you know. So when you set it all up together, you got a lot of space to work with. This side, you got the, I don't know, the water tower. Not really even a tower though. And this mural of the sign up here, right here, along with some other little paintings, fossils, junk, western. I also like these poles or the scaffolding here. These supports for the sign looks really nice. And then the rust on the metal roof is also kind of cool. So I really do like Lizzie's. I will be setting it up here on my table, probably across from Ramon's then, but I'm not a big fan of that light. As you can see, I already detached it because, I don't know, it just doesn't look good. And as you guys know, I already have a custom light. If you'd like to see my review of that, the link will be in the description below. But I might try and incorporate that into my setup instead. But thank you guys for watching. I wouldn't say I'm proud of this review. I'm not, because, I don't know, it just, I don't like ranting and being negative, but I just had to. I need to review it. And sometimes that doesn't always mean, you know, complimenting. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you guys still enjoyed the review. I will see you guys next time for hopefully something better. Something bigger and better. Bye now.